Hello, everyone. Welcome to Little Chapel of Faith. My name is Tina. If you're new here, welcome. If you're returning, welcome back. We have platforms on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok. If you're on any of those or all those, please like, subscribe, and share. We're here with the readings from the new St. Joseph's Baltimore Catechism. Real quickly, you'll see some changes on some of our pages. We we've had some strange things happening on our YouTube channel, and that was mainly the reason for the change. A couple of our pages seemed to be slightly stagnant, but mostly was because of what was happening on YouTube. We were growing very nicely on there, and then suddenly it just was a dead stop. I was told something about being shadow banned because your content has become, in their view, but not least what I feel like, if people were looking at our content, I don't think it should be up to a platform to decide whether or not we're relevant or not. But sometimes I feel like these things come from another entity, aka dark devil, dare I say. So I think that he's always trying to stop us from spreading the word of the Lord. And so I did some research about what to do to see what I can get ourselves to be relevant again. So that's why you'll see some of the changes, including my face on the banner and on our thumbnails, because they said that it makes you feel more, your platform feel more personal. If that doesn't work, it's coming down, because it's not about me. This is about the Catholic faith, but I'm going to do what I also have to do to make sure that we stay relevant and that our faith and our Catholic faith stays alive. And I'm going to do that and fight against anything that's trying to stop us from doing that. So I wanted to just let you know why you're seeing some little changes. I'm trying to add more to our platform. So anyway, I just wanted to explain why that I did that. It wasn't because I think, I'm adding a picture of myself because I think I'm great. No. But I'm doing what I have to do right now that it's suggesting that it might help to make it more personable. We'll see if it does. If it doesn't, like I said, then that's going to be changed. But I'm going to give it a try. I don't know why things can't be left the way they are if they're working fine. I don't know why. I'm not making any money on this, so they're not paying me anything. So it's not like they're paying me something and they want to, I don't know. Maybe it's their way of pushing you to do better. I'm not really sure what it's about, but in any case, when you go from, getting 100 subscribers a day and thousands of views a day to almost nothing, it's a little troubling. And I think it's unfair to not let people who do want to see it not see it anymore because you're not promoting it anymore. I just think it's wrong in my opinion, but what do I know? I don't know. I'm new to this game, so I'm just going to try to do what I have to do to keep this page relevant without going against anything I believe. I am not going to incite arguments and things like that, because I think those are the pages that seem to do well, things that, are, people like to argue about and stuff like that. I'm not doing that, and that's not going to change. So I'll just try to add more and try to make these little changes, and hopefully we can just stay relevant, which is really all I want. I want our Catholic faith to be out there, and I want people to be able to see it, that want to see it. So I think it's unfortunate that, our platform is being hidden, basically because, platform thinks that we're boring or whatever the case may be. But anyway, moving on. We are here with lesson 12, so let's begin. The marks and attributes of the church. Which is the one true church established by Christ? The one true church established by Christ is the Catholic Church. Marks of the church. How do we know that the Catholic Church is the one true church established by Christ? We know that the Catholic Church is the one true church established by Christ because it alone has the marks of the true church. What do you mean by the marks of the true church? By the marks of the church, we mean certain clear signs by which all men can recognize it as the true church founded by Jesus Christ. For example, if you want me to find your house, you might tell me it is a yellow brick house on Main Avenue between 3rd and 4th Street. There may be many houses on Main and 4th, even many brick houses, but only one yellow brick house between the 3rd and the 4th Street. These signs enable me tell your house. That's what it says. So no, sometimes if I'm, you know, stuttering like that, it's because the sentence really doesn't make sense, and that one definitely doesn't. But whatever. So do your 4 marks of the church enable us to tell it as the Church of Jesus Christ. What are the chief marks of the church? The chief marks of the church are 4. It is 1, holy, Catholic, or universal and apostolic. Why is the Catholic Church 1? The Catholic Church is 1 because all its members, according to the will of Christ, profess the same faith, have the same sacrifice and sacraments, and are united under one and the same visible head of the Pope. Why is the Catholic Church holy? The Catholic Church is holy because it was founded by Jesus Christ, who is all holy, and because it teaches according to the will of Christ, holy doctrines, and provides the means of leading a holy life, thereby giving holy members to every age. Why is the Catholic Church Catholic or universal? The Catholic Church is Catholic or universal because, destined to last for all the time, it never fails to fulfill the divine commandment to teach all nations all truths revealed by God. Why is the Catholic Church apostolic? The Catholic Church is apostolic because it was founded by Christ on the apostles, and according to his divine will, has always been governed by their lawful successors. How do we know that no other church but the Catholic Church is the true Church of Christ? We know that no other church but the Catholic Church is the true Church of Christ because no other church has these 4 marks. 1. Faith, sacrifice, sacramental system, head. Holy in its founders, in its teachings, in its means of grace, in its members who follow the teachings and use the means of grace provided. Catholic. It is not the church of one nation or one race, but of all nations, of all races. Apostolic. It can trace its origins back to the apostles on whom Christ founded the church. Only the Catholic Church has all 4 of these marks. It alone is the church Christ founded, but we must convince men of this by love. And this is what we do every day here, or at least try to. By this will all men know that you are my disciple, if you love one another. Attributes or qualities of the church. What are the chief attributes of the Catholic Church? The chief attributes of the Catholic Church are authority, infallibility, and indefectibility. They are called attributes because they are qualities perfecting the nature of the Church. What is meant by the authority of the Catholic Church? By the authority of the Catholic Church is meant that the Pope and the bishops, as the lawful successors of the apostles, have power from Christ himself to teach, to sanctify, and to govern the faithful in spiritual matter. Authority is the power to command others. All authority is from God, and he gives it to the Church in spiritual matters. To refuse to obey the authority of the Church is to refuse to obey Christ. He himself said to his disciples, "He who hears you hears me, and he who rejects you rejects me." What is meant by the infallibility of the Catholic Church? By the infallibility of the Catholic Church is meant that the Church, by the special assistance of the Holy Spirit, cannot err when it teaches or believes a doctrine or faith or morals. Infallibility does not mean that the Pope cannot commit sin, but that teaching a doctrine or faith of morals, he is prevented by the Holy Spirit from making a mistake. The Church teaches one truth. When does the Church teach infallibility? The Church teaches infallibility when it defines through the Pope alone, as the teacher of all Christians, or the Pope and the bishops, of doctrine, of faith, or morals to be held by all the faithful. What is meant by the indefectibility of the Catholic Church? By the indefectibility of the Catholic Church is meant the Church, as Christ founded it, will last until the end of time. Nations will rise and fall. False religions will come and go. But the Church will last forever. And I'm going to leave it there for now because this is pretty long. And, no, you know what? I'm going to finish it and then we'll end with the attributes. And then we'll save the attributes for tomorrow. So let's finish this one up. Why is the Catholic Church one? The Catholic Church is one because all its members, according to the will of Christ, profess the same faith, have the same sacrifice and sacraments, and are united under one and the same visible head, the Pope. Why is the Catholic Church holy? The Catholic Church is holy because it was founded by Jesus Christ, who is all holy, and because it teaches according to the will of Christ. Holy doctrines and provides the mean of leading a holy life, thereby giving holy members to every age. Why is the Catholic Church Catholic or universal? The Catholic Church is Catholic or universal because it's destined to last for all time. It never fails to fulfill the divine commandment, to teach all nations all the truths revealed by God. Why is the Catholic Church apostolic? The Catholic Church is apostolic because it was founded by the Christ on the apostles, and according to his divine will, has always been governed by their lawful successors. How do we know that no other church but the Catholic Church is the true Church of Christ? We know that no other church but the Catholic Church is the true Church of Christ because no other church has these 4 marks. 1. Faith, sacrifice, sacramental system, head. Holy in its founders, its teachings, means of grace, members who follow the teaching and use the means of grace. Catholic. It is not the church of one nation, of one race, but all its nations and races. And apostolic. It can be traced origins back to the apostles on whom Christ founded the church. Only one Catholic Church has all 4 of these marks. It is alone the Church of Christ founded, but we must convince men of this by love. By this we, with all men, know that they are my apostles, if you have one love for one another. Okay, we're going to leave it there for now. And attributes for the qualities of the church. But until then, I hope you have a beautiful day. Be well, be safe, be kind to each other. May God bless us all.